we're gonna try out this new flush kit we got from Chromex. Open it up, and we have got some stainless steel braided hoses, 6 horsepower pump. Look at that grate in there. There's a nice grate in the bottom to prevent debris from getting sucked up in our pump. And then we've got some descaler. So let's set this up. We've got a Rinnai RUR here. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take these caps off. So we have valve 1, valve 2, valve 3, and valve 4 right here. The hot and the cold. Sometimes you need a wrench to get them loose. All right. Gonna take this red one so we can keep things straight. Connect it here. And that is just gonna go down into our bucket. Gonna take this blue one and connect it to the blue line. Sometimes you gotta be creative with where your hoses go to make them fit. And we'll snug that up. All right, next thing we're gonna do is turn off our outlet here. Sometimes they're a little tight and you need a wrench to help them. Now I'm gonna take this pump. I've got a plug here. All right, now we're gonna open up a valve up here on this cold to put about a gallon of water in this bucket. Close that cold line that goes into the water heater completely off. Open up this isolation valve. Open up this isolation valve. We're going to connect this cold line. So we're going from pump in the bucket up to the cold inlet into the water heater, through the heat exchangers, and back out. Get this turned off. Those are turned on. Now we're going to take this descaling formula. Very important to have the water in the bucket first, not have the solution in the bucket and then add water. Any solution, even vinegar, you don't really want to get it on you. So now I'm going to hold this because with the air in the line, it's going to want to jump. And I'm going to plug this in. Now with the RUR and RSC units from Rinnai, you want to leave them on for about 20 seconds. What we want to see is we want to see that burner come on. We want to make sure this bypass valve is in the correct position. We're going to do that, and then we're going to unplug that unit. This will require us to reset our recirculation timer inside, but we want to make sure we've got this running correctly. Put that hose down in there. Now, I'm going to set my timer for 45 minutes, and we'll come back to this. Okay, so it's been 45 minutes to an hour because we were working on a different project. So we have our solution here is stirred up. What we're going to do first is we're going to unplug that pump. We are going to close off the cold flush port. I probably should have grabbed a different tool for this. All right, then just watch out. I'm going to open this cold line here. Everything out there, and then I'm going to point this out in the yard, and I'm going to run it for about 5 minutes. So just to flush out anything that might have gotten turned loose in that heat exchanger. You can do 2 things at once.